Hey y'all, it's Fan and welcome to my channel Sewing with Tay. And guess what? I got my first order on my TikTok shop. It's been a little crazy, but I think I figured it out. If you're new here, hi, I'm Fan. I make videos about sewing tutorials, DIYs, small business, boy mom life, gym life, starter lock life, all of those things, business life, small business life, designer life. If any of those things are your cup of tea, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll know when I'm making videos. So I do have a TikTok channel that has a little bit of, couple thousand followers. Nothing crazy. I've been stuck in that 300 TikTok view for forever, and every once in a while I have a video that will go off and get a couple more views. Well, I make headbands, or rather I used to make headbands. Back in 2022, I was very product based. I sold headbands and bonnets and custom do-rags and like all of those things. And then I kind of became the do-rag girl. I made the do-rags for my husband because he wanted custom do-rags. So people would see me out and they'd be like, oh, you got new do-rags? I had like a flavor of the month. Every month I had a new do-rag. It was a lot of work. It was fun. It was for a time. That time is not now anymore. So I kind of moved away from products and moved into my service-based side of my business, which is what I really wanted to do. But a part of that was headbands, and I wear headbands often, or I used to wear them more often when I had my afro. During Black History Month, I always make these like kente headbands. I have a few of them for myself, so I put it on for my TikTok video, and I was just like, I should try selling these again because it's been like a year, maybe more than a year since I've actually sold my twist headbands. So, and if you go through my old YouTube videos, I have tutorials on how to make them if you want to make some yourself. So I made a video. I went out and I bought fabric, or I ordered fabric. I ordered it online. So I went out, I ordered fabric, and then I got immediately discouraged. And I was just like, why did you go spend money on fabric on something you stopped selling because the sales were slow? I was like, you should have. And in the process of me having these thoughts, I made a TikTok video about it. And I was like, I should have waited till I knew I had orders to then get more fabric. And for whatever reason, that video took off, has 10,000 views. And I ended up with 9 orders on my TikTok shop. Who would have thought, right? Setting up the TikTok shop wasn't that bad. Only thing I didn't like about it was I decided that I did want to go back to selling some products. And I went and I created the store, but then that automatically changed my like creator account to like a business account. So I like lost all my access to music. Womp womp. And it seems like people are pulling their music off of TikTok anyways, but that's a topic for another day. So you can set up your products, and I have a couple of products on there. I have some samples from fashion shows that I thought I might be able to sell, but no, they're still on there. And I also have all these same products on my website. So I'm like, do I allow people to buy in app, or do I just try to send them to my website? The goal is to send them to my website, but apparently the headbands have been working in TikTok shop. So adding products is super easy. The shipping thing, I'm like, maybe I should have watched more of the tutorial videos, but honestly, I didn't think I would ever get an order there, so I didn't put a lot of effort into it once I actually got the TikTok seller set up. It's like a whole separate app. It's not necessarily attached to your TikTok app. So it took a little bit more work. Once I got the shipping thing correct, like there are some guides to kind of help you get around the app. But maybe we'll do like a tutorial on that later. I'm definitely not the expert to figuring out the TikTok seller app. I'm gonna have to go watch somebody else's YouTube video for that. But while we're here, let's just make a headband and let's get it packed up. This is my serger. I am using knit fabric, so I'm going to be serging the main part of this. I'm using 4-way stretch fabric. It's a poly span, so it's extra smooth. I'm going to be folding my headband in half. I like to use the measurements 22.5 by 6, 7 inches wide. You can make it as wide as you want to. It just gives you a wider headband. But here I'm going to serge the long edge of my headband to basically make it a tube or circle, etc. And once you do that, then we are going to start the process of flipping it inside out. But yeah, it's really quick and easy to make these. And for flipping it inside out, you can use a loop turner or like one of those tools. For these headbands, I usually make them a little bit wider, but usually you can just kind of pull it through till you get to the other side and then just pull it through and pull it out. It's really simple to flip this inside out. I didn't think that a loop turner was necessary. So I'm going to adjust it so that my seam is in the middle, and I'm going to put my label on. My label had care instructions, like these are kind of my generic labels. It had care instructions on the back, which don't really apply to this headband. So I'm just going to stitch these down flat. So what I did was I flipped it up and top stitched it there close to the fold, but not at the fold because you don't want it to like be peeking out of your headband for any reason. Make sure you clip your threads. I put a pin in there just to hold this because it is a folded label and sometimes it shifts and God forbid you do this and then one side is not stitched. So I put the pin in there to hold it. Then I'm going to fold it down and then I'm going to put a top stitch at the bottom, make sure that it's flat and it's not like the fabric isn't bunched up underneath it. Really simple, nothing but straight stitches. And I stitch right below my company name, which is the Aya Emporium, to seal it closed. To make the twist, I'm going to put the side with the seam down flat and then I'm going to fold it in half. The seam is kind of like a middle part, so I'm going to fold one side, lining the fold edge up with the seam, and then fold that side under. And the other side that's out, I'm going to fold that side over. And then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and you can make this as big as small as you want. I like to make it a 1/2 inch. Oh yes, my thread came apart here, so I had to stop to rethread my needle. And also, if you notice, I am wearing purple because I mistakenly forgot to actually film this section the first time I did it, so I had to go back. So there is my needle. It is threaded now, and I'm going to do that 1/2 inch stitch, back stitch all the way to the edge. And there's quite a few layers here, so you might have to help it along, but then you're just going to stitch all the way to the end and make sure that you back stitch. And literally that is it. We're going to clip our threads because we want to make sure that this is a clean sample, and then we're going to trim the seam allowance close to the stitching. I like to put a little angled cut on the end so that those little corners don't peek out, and then you fold it inside out so your center seam will be in the middle and the raw edges from your twist will also be inside, and there is your cute little twist. And here is the headband. It is super easy. I don't know if I can show it to you. This is what the headband looks like. It's just a little twist detail, and it goes on your head like that, or however you choose to style it. But this is the headband. So this is one headband, and here is the other headband. Right out. There we go. So here is my little packaging. I'm gonna put them in a plain envelope because I don't have any of my fancy ones that I used to have when I ship stuff all the time. And my sticker. And now it's ready for a shipping label. So my shipping label just printed. I'm going to pop these on and take them over to the post office. And that would be my morning. And now I'm going to go to my corporate job and hopefully get more orders. But until next time, bye.